Dudes and dudettes of YouTube land, it's Frank with What's the Point EDC. It's hard use time. It's time to get this Benchmade Leuku done up, y'all. Let's see what this thing's working with. You guys know I like to put them through the test. It's been raining all day and I've been waiting to do something, so let's go ahead and get this out of my system, y'all. You ready? Stay to the end, trust me. You guys know the deal, cardboard time. Go ahead and get it. It's gonna get wet, it's gonna get nasty because the ground's wet. But you know what? That's a good thing because we wanna know what real world use is gonna be like. Wet handles, wet conditions, wet materials. Oh yeah, it's getting it. Not having any issues at all. This does have a saber grind right here, 3V steel. I don't remember what the HRC is on this right now, but I know that the HRC on this 3V is correct. I know that Benchmade did have an issue with the original Puko, and yeah. It is. Let's go ahead and get this out real quick. This is that ridiculous rope. So one thing I do want to talk about real quick is when I first got this, the edge on it from the factory was pretty much not that good. So I stropped it up and it did get better, but this still isn't on the level of the other Benchmades that I've had from the factory. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Maybe it was just they missed the stropping or something, but definitely keep that in mind. And I really need to start doing these tests in a certain order because some knives aren't cutting through this rope when I know that they can cut through it, but it's because I've used it so much that the edge is starting to go away. Because I do go hard on these knives. What you guys see in a lot of these clips is not half of what I show, or not half of what I do, not even half. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple cuts with this. Oh yeah, I think I can almost just push it through. That's sharp. Yeah, that's pretty daggone sharp still. Yeah, that's looking good, definitely. The handles are feeling pretty good. It's grippy. I was thinking it may be a little bit slick, but I'm not having any issues at the moment. That's very good to know. Yep, ratchet strap time. I'm about to be all the way out of ratchet straps, y'all. Gotta go get me some more. Gotta stop out at Lowe's and go get me some more. Let's go ahead and double this thing up, cut through it real quick, see what it's working with. Dang, it's just right there, almost all the way. It just slipped out. Let's go ahead and do a couple more cuts with it real quick. Just slips out for some reason. For whatever reason, it just wants to slip out. But it does feel really good in hand and it's not slippery or anything. I'm gonna get my hands wet so that I can feel what this feels like, because one of my issues is I've said that this feels like it's gonna be slick for me. So we will find out soon. I'm gonna put my hands in some water or something shortly and go ahead and start doing some stuff. Let's go ahead and double this thing up real quick and see what we can get. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. No problem at all. 1/4 inch air hose tube. Let's go ahead and do a couple cuts through this. Okay, so I can't push through like that. I have to get a couple little saw motions, but that's no big deal at all. Like I said, guys, it's not quite as sharp as I think it could be from the factory, because other Benchmades that I've had that were new were sharper. But it's not to say that this knife is dull, it's just to say it's just not as sharp as what some of the other ones are that I've had. Wow. Let's go ahead and do a couple push down cuts on these. Let's go ahead and take the bark off of this and make it into a quick spear. Makes quick work of this. This wood is definitely wet. Wet wood just cuts so much different. It really does. Let's go ahead and make that spear real quick. Whittle this thing down a little bit. Good enough spear for me. Same thing for this. Take the bark off and we're going to go ahead and baton through it. Go ahead and baton through it. There is a good little knot in here, so this is going to show us a little bit about this knife, about the steel, how it holds up. Oh, that was actually way easier than what I considered it was going to be. Wow. Let's go ahead and go through this a couple more times. Couple more. Go ahead and beat through it this way. Well, that was really easy. Whoa, interesting. That was a pretty good split there, wasn't it? At the end of this, we'll see how it cuts paper. I don't want to have the paper out here right now because of all the water. It's going to pick up moisture and get wet and be so hard to cut, and it's going to not show what the knife really does. 1 inch rope of death. Let's see what it's got. Can it hang with the big dogs? Benchmade's 3V. Let's go ahead and give it 5 cuts. 1. I can't really count that one. So we'll count this as 1, even though that was like 1.5 cuts. We'll still count that as 1, 2, 3, 4. Matter of fact, let's just go 5 real quick. So we'll stop at 5. Some pretty serious ropage right there, you guys. It's wet too. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. Rope time. You see it. Let's see how it does real quick. Give it a couple singles. No big deal. Super easy. Super easy. 1 more and then we'll double it up, triple it up. Let's go ahead and double this thing up real quick. Double up. No problem at all, I guarantee it. Didn't think so. Let's go ahead and take this thing and cut a couple of these with them slices. Yep. It's about time I'm about to have to get a new stump or maybe flip this one over right here. I have never broken any tips off in my stumps, so I shouldn't have any issues with that right there, thankfully. Good stuff. I know this isn't much, but let's go ahead and chop this thing down a couple times, see what this thing feels like when chopping, see if it's going to want to slide out the hand. Not bad. Good stuff. So it's that time. Let's see if we can't stab through it. Hands are wet and slimy, almost a little dirty. Let's go ahead and get it, you guys. Woo, that's nice and easy. Dang, this thing gets it, you guys. Woo! It's got nice thin blade stock. Nice tall, thin saber grind. Getting it. Woo! Benchmade Leuku, baby. Let's go ahead and give it a couple stabs. Wow, that's a sinker. Wow, let's go ahead and tip test this thing real quick. All right, you guys, it's time to tip test it. Oh, this is like soft wood. It's going down into it because it's wet. Oh, it's digging. Oh, God. Getting slick. I'm about to slip and fall down. Looking good. Let's do a couple more. Let's just do some hard stabs. Looking good. We got no edge damage or anything. Looking very good. Let's go ahead and do some quick, like long push cuts through this. Yeah, nice and deep. Really deep, wow. Got another idea. Let's just beat it through it. We might not go all the way through, but we're gonna go ahead and beat it for a little while. Just beat it, beat it. I know some of y'all's a Michael Jackson fan. I'm just trying to see what the edge is gonna look like on this 3V after constant impacts. It is pretty thin geometry, and I'm getting ready to crank on it and get some torques on it too. Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut this thing a couple times. Why not? It's 3V, right? It's just a phone cord for phone charger. Let's go ahead and do this 3 times, then double it up and see if it'll cut. Whoop, 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 whoop. One more, and we're gonna double it up. Now remember, we're still going to do a paper cut test. It's got stuff caked all over it. My hands are getting nasty. This is a good, come on now, that's good to go. All right, let's see here. Let's do some snap cuts. See if we can't, some snap chops, see if we can't snap, yes. Snapping right through. Close enough to my fingers for my liking. Woohoo! That thing chops, don't it? Kind of sketchy with them fingers. Okay, let's see what we can do. Do we think this thing can still cut through? There's only one way to find out, you guys. Come on now. Get it with the backhand. Can we cut it empty? Almost. Let's see something here. Toilet paper roll. There it is. Okay, so I know that this wasn't the most longest test. It wasn't the most in-depth one right here, but I just wanted to bring you guys a cool video real quick today. Let's see if this thing will cut paper real quick. Okay. It's pretty good. I mean, I can feel where it hiccups at, but that's no big deal. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all considering what we put it through already. Yes, sir. Benchmade freaking Leuku, y'all. This thing is awesome. This is the Benchmade 202. This is an awesome knife so far. I think it's really good. It would be a good knife for anybody who's looking for a light duty camp knife. Anybody looking for something that's not meant to pry with, something that's still got a good tough steel so you can be hard on it, but a knife that you can carry that's lightweight. Look, it's thin profile, it's ergonomic, lightweight, it's good bushcrafty-ish knife, camp knife. Yep, definitely, for sure. You could do this a food prep knife, be good to go with this without a doubt. Yep, I appreciate everybody out there. You guys are freaking awesome. This was another fun one right here. They're always fun, to be honest with you guys, but I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, there is no WTP. Fist bump to you for real. If you're an addict, never quit quitting. Stay strong and live long. If you're struggling with bad thoughts, reach out and talk to somebody. It is okay to talk. Never quit quitting and never give up, y'all. Take it easy and stay greasy. Another one down, y'all. WTP.